Tennessee is full of traditions, especially when it comes to food. Recently, Ken Wilshire went to a restaurant in Northwest Tennessee that's been famous for its fine food tradition for decades. You see, Ken wanted to learn the secret behind Boyette's worldwide reputation.
Just a stone's throw from the banks of Reelfoot Lake here in Tiptonville is a true Tennessee tradition. Boyette's Dining Room has been a landmark eatery here since 1921. It's survived the Great Depression, recessions, wars, and many changes in our lifestyles. No matter what, people still keep coming here to eat by the thousands. Several generations of family and owners have carried on the tradition that actually began across the street from its current location. Back then, it got its name from Nanny Boyette, who opened it as a grocery and gas station, according to current owners Jan Boyd and Fran Hearn.
In 1936, she built it in this location, and it's been here ever since. We've added a few rooms on and added more onto the kitchen, but pretty much the cypress walls are still the same. Everything is pretty much the same, and we've tried to keep with what she was doing, and she was doing the family-style meals.
Here you go, hon, catfish steak plate, and here's white beans, y'all.
The fish, chicken, and ham, served family style in the bowls, and that's what we've continued to do, and I think that's what's worked for us.
No, it's not double vision. Jan on the left and Fran on the right are twins. They say one of the keys to their success at Boyette's has been twin communications.
Everything that you hear about twins, knowing what each other think and what they do before, yes, it's all true. We've made cakes on the same day and didn't even know each other was making a cake and made the same kind. So,
and that's saying a lot because she does not make cakes at home.
They took over the operation from their parents back in the late 1980s, and they certainly understand and respect what Boyette's means when it comes to special places in Tennessee.
We've just got a lot of wonderful customers that keep coming back, and we've got really, really good employees. It just makes it work. When you've got good health, good food, and everybody working together, it just makes our job a lot easier. We just appreciate everything so much.
While you might not find a fancy 5-course meal with lobster or truffles, you will find a 5-star fare of good old Southern cooking.
Catfish, country ham, chicken, frog legs, quail, shrimp, oysters.
All served family style in this warm, cozy place by the lake.
And if you ever wanted to know what it takes to keep a Tennessee tradition alive, it's about 1,000 pounds of catfish fillets, 500 pounds of catfish steaks, about 25 country hams, and so very much more.
By the way, this is just for 1 week, but no problem for the kitchen, where you'll find over 100 years' experience in cooking and serving. It's just one more reason why the food at Boyette's is so special. The restaurant has had guests from all over the world, including politicians, musicians, actors, and many, many more.
All the way to Chicago, all the way to Boyette's, just for this here. Great food.
We're known everywhere. We had a friend to tell us that her daughter, one of their friends was in Australia, and they saw our menu pinned up on a little restaurant in Australia. And they couldn't believe it, so they called them and told them, they said, "You're not going to believe this. A Boyette's menu is in Australia hanging in this little restaurant on the wall." But people come from everywhere.
Still, the majority of their patrons are visitors to Reelfoot Lake. They're usually hungry hunters or fishermen, eagle watchers, and other passers-by. And by the way, if you've been fishing all day and just don't feel like cooking up your catch, bring it on into Boyette's, where they'll prepare it just the way you like it. But you don't have to bring a thing other than a hearty appetite and a need to be pampered with some of the freshest foods and personal service you'll ever find.
You know, every night when we close, I'll say, "Did everybody enjoy it? Did we have any complaints?" And she said, "No, everything's been really good today, and everybody that has come in here said that's the best meal I've ever had." So hey, that's what we want. Makes us feel great.